Sheikh Hasina's removal from power could create space for Islamists to come back to Dhaka from a back door. Hasina has been a key ally to India since she came to power in 2009, fostering security and trade ties between the two nations. Her exit, coupled with a new military-backed interim government, poses potential challenges to these established relationships. Now, the larger issue is here, which I want to deal with, is why, despite so much of internal trouble, this shrill and rhetoric is not dying down. I am joined by Ambassador Humayun Kabir, former Secretary Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bangladesh, Shahidul Alam, author and social activist, Ambassador Yogesh Gupta, and Suhas Chakma, Director, Rights, Risk and Analysis Group. I'll straight away go to Mr. Kabir first. Mr. Kabir, okay, there's a bit of a technical problem. I'll go to Ambassador Yogesh Gupta. Mr. Gupta, was this rhetoric by BNP expected, on expected lines?
Well, yes, I'm not surprised at all. But I think we should make it very clear that the message that Prime Minister Modi has sent to Mr. Muhammad Yunus, who is the head of the caretaker government, he has made it clear that India wants to have excellent relations with the people of Bangladesh in a manner which helps them and in a manner which helps bring and maintain peace, stability, and development in Bangladesh. And we would hope that the interim government will be able to take care of the security of all.
Very important point that the Prime Minister did point out about the minorities and Hindus. Why do you think that? Yes. Why do you think that the Bangladesh, as a civil society, fails to accommodate the interest of the religious minorities?
You know, the problem is the history. Historically, the politics in Bangladesh, unfortunately, the way it has evolved, it has been extremely sharp and strong. I mean, the sense of accommodation towards the other parties, which should be there in a normal democracy, was not there. And you know, when one party, the BNP, was in power, they mistreated the others. When the other party, the Awami League, was in power, same thing happened with other parties. So that is something that should change, because ultimately, you know, Bangladesh should not go the Pakistan way. Bangladesh should charter its own course, its own way. And the example of the past 2 decades has shown that Bangladesh can prosper by having good relations with its neighbors, particularly India, you know, large economy, which is intimately connected to Bangladesh. India has tried its best to give preferential treatment in terms of power, in terms of, you know, trade, in terms of communication, transport facilities, and so on. I mean, Bangladesh and India are intimately tied and linked, and we should take advantage of this rather than sort of cursing India, or rather than, you know, criticizing India, or mistreating the Hindu community, or mistreating those who have been close to India in whatever ways. So I think we hope that the new interim government would be able to chart a course which would ensure the progress and prosperity and stability.
Okay. I'm also joined by Mr. Kabir, Mr. Humayun Kabir, former Foreign Secretary, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Bangladesh. Sir, there are 2 things here. One, the appeal by the Indian Prime Minister Modi and his concern over the religious minorities being attacked, one. And secondly, the sort of statement which came from a senior BNP functionary saying that the relationship in context of Hasina can see turbulence because, you know, she's in India, but India as a liberal democracy has done it all throughout its life. Dalai Lama is the best example. Aung San Suu Kyi studied in New Delhi. India has hosted various leaders, sir. Mr. Kabir.
Yes, thank you very much. Yes, we welcome the statement made by Prime Minister Modi yesterday following the formation of the interim government led by Professor Muhammad Yunus. We are in an extraordinary situation. we must understand the context. The context was the people's uprising against a kind of, if I may put it, borrowing from others, a kind of period of misgovernance, mistreatment, torture, and eventually the killing of around 400. And today's report saying that during the last 23 days, 700 people died in Bangladesh, including policemen. So you understand the kind of situation that we were in just 5 days before.